days, from any errands we have to do later, from any conversations that have to be held or had. Just giving ourselves this time to check in, to rebalance, reharmonize, reintegrate into the internal self, that internal stillness, peace, and bliss. And just start to take in any and all sounds within your room. Any sounds that might be coming in from the room I'm in. There's no particular sounds, and even the absence of sound has its own quality. And just feeling all the space that's surrounding your body. In the same way that a fish can go without being mindful of all the water and the elements that are surrounding it. Same way, it's very easy for us as humans to forget about all the space and all the energy, all the elements that are always surrounding us. The air, moisture in the air. If you have heat in your room, then that fire going on. There's wooden floors, the earth and that. And as you start to feel the inflow and the outflow of your breath, just noticing that space within you, the space you create in the lungs and the ribs as you breathe in. And as that air flows out of you into the space around you. So this direct connection, correlation, and exchange between you and your surroundings. As you breathe in, perhaps feeling like you're taking up more space within the room, expanding out in all directions. And as you exhale, taking up less room, contracting towards the heart center. And slowly allowing ease to come across your face, softness to move throughout your whole body. Feeling grounded through the sit bones and the legs, planted like a seed that's been pressed into soil. And this morning I was thinking about this concept that I share with specifically family people who I feel comfortable enough with sharing, that we have churches, we have yoga studios, we have these places that we physically go to find peace or happiness. It might feel like a sanctuary, a safe place. And I know even churches are closed now, our studios are closed, gatherings are closed, and it might feel like, where can I find that place? Where can I escape to or run to? And we're now giving the opportunity to go inwards instead of outwards. The opportunity to find the inner sanctuary. And it's very beautiful that by closing the eyes and focusing on the breath, it's almost like we travel to another realm, another place, away from the external, away from the noise and the chaos, away from distractions. So maybe that can be part of your intention today, just finding gratitude for the ability to travel to the heart space, to the internal love and bliss, happy self, without necessarily having the need to go somewhere else. or any other intention you'd like to set for yourself today. And just taking a moment to do that. And starting to inhale that intention into the heart and sending it out into the universe. And just taking a few rounds of Ujjayi Pranayama here. So it's a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Kind of sounds like a Darth Vader sound. I'll get a little closer and show you how it sounds. So the inhales, it's pretty deep like this. So I hope you were able to hear that. And just to yourself, we'll take a few rounds of Ujjayi Pranayama. So the point of Ujjayi is that it starts to warm up the internal body, although it keeps the mind cool. So just take a few deep rounds of breath like that, just getting the lungs started, getting some warmth to begin in the body before we move on to a different pranayama. And take one more round. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to flutter the eyes open, taking your time. And we'll start to move into alternate nostril breathing. So for alternate nostril breathing, we'll take Dhyana Mudra with our left hand, also not mirroring you, so make sure it's your left hand. So with your left hand, take your pointer finger and your thumb to meet, and then you just place that on your left leg or your left thigh. Now with your right hand, you'll bring your pointer finger to your palm and the middle finger to your palm. So your peace fingers are touching your palm. Then we'll bring the thumb onto the right nostril and your ring finger is resting on your left nostril. Okay, and once you have that, you can start to close the eyes again. And remember not to push hard once we start to alternate, or you can give yourself a bit of a stuffy nose, just enough gentle pressure to stop the flow of breath. We'll take an easy 5 in and 5 out count. And we'll start with the left, end with the left. At any point you get confused, just join us back when we start on the left side. And to begin, just take an inhale through both nostrils. And exhale out of both. Close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. In left. Out right. In right. Out 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 left. In left. Out right. In right. And out left. Last round on your own. When you exit through the left, complete. And just observe. And we'll start to join the hands to heart center. And chant 3 rounds of Om collectively. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we move with awareness, love, and grace, and the benefits of this practice extend out to all beings everywhere. All right. When you're ready, flutter your eyes open, and we'll come right up to stand. So let's come on up. We'll find a mountain position once you're up. All right, so just allowing your arms to be nice and loose. Let's let the arms just kind of swing side to side without trying to control. Just allow the shoulder blades to be nice and soft. Go at whatever speed feels good for you. You can close your eyes if you want, keep them open, up to you. It's kind of like a child just having fun with it. Okay, and then without just stopping, we'll slow down to come to a stop. All right. So let's stand up nice and tall. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Again, I'm not mirroring you. I don't know if it's like backwards on here. And we'll lift the right knee up. You can hold your knee with your right hand. And let's make some nice circles with that right hip. Notice how your core holds you up here. And go the opposite direction. Staying nice and grounded in that standing foot. And then we'll release that right leg down. Okay, shifting the weight into the right foot. Let's lift that left knee up. And again, recreate those nice circles here. Remember to breathe with your movement. And opposite direction. All right, and slowly coming back into mountain pose. All right, so we're gonna do an exercise that wakes up all the cells, gets all the channels of the body flushing and working. So it's pretty much like tapping the whole body. So we're gonna start by tapping the ankles, front of the ankles, then the front of the shins, thighs. And then with fists, you can do your hips, lower belly, solar plexus, chest and the lungs, respiration. Then with fingertips, do the collarbones, going up the neck. So these are the lymphatic drainage here, really important. Remove little toxins, gently up the face, forehead, top of the head, and we'll work in reverse now. So back down the forehead, cheeks, front of the neck, collarbones, chest, lower belly, hips, thighs, down the shins. Now we're gonna do the side of the leg. So the sides of the calves, sides of the thighs. We can hold a lot of gunk in there. Sides of the hips, side of the belly, side of the ribs. And we'll do the arm. Get every side of the arm, opposite arm. And we'll do the side of the neck and specifically try to get the back of the ears because that's where the lymph nodes also are. So the lymph nodes can get clogged with those little preservatives and all that stuff they put in our food. Side of the temples, side of the head. And we'll work in reverse. So going back down, back of the ears. Even if you have like sinus or nasal issues, this could also help. Side of the neck. On the arms again. So our arms are directly correlated with the heart. So by pumping the arms, we also pump some extra blood to the arms. You can switch arms now. Back down the side body. Working down side of the hips, side of the legs. Now we'll do the back of the legs. So this is the bladder meridian. That helps the kidneys. Back of the thighs. Glutes, you can use fists there. You can also use fists for the lower back. I'm gonna breathe into it. Moving up the upper back as far up as you can get the back of the lungs. Then you'll bring one arm over your shoulder to get that upper back and keep breathing. Switch arms. Back of the neck. Working up the back of the head to the crown. And we'll go in reverse. This is the last section of it. So back of the neck. One arm drapes over. Switch sides. And bringing the arms behind, getting that back. Moving down to the glutes. Back of the thighs. Back of the calves, down that bladder meridian. Then you're gonna roll up slowly. If you can, keep the eyes closed and just observe all the life and the energy, the blood pumping alive in the body, and just breathe and observe. All right, when you're ready, we'll start to open the eyes up. And we'll come into some Surya Namaskaras, sun salutations. So standing at the top of your mat, we'll bring the hands to heart center. And we'll go nice and slow for the first round. Beginning with Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, stretch the spine. Exhale, plank pose. Take a breath in your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths in your down dog. Inhaling for 1, and grounding into all the fingertips, especially the pointer finger and the thumb. Inhaling for 2, finding any movements you want with your legs here, just settling into the down dog. Inhaling for 3. Imagine you can turn on the muscles of the forearms by pressing through your palms. Inhale for 4, softening the neck and the head. And last full breath in for 5. Look in between your hands. Let's walk or jump to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, heart center. And 1 more like that. Inhale, back bend up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, slide forward. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana, down dog. 5 breaths here. Inhaling for 1, imagine you can press the mat away from you, like you're trying to slide it forward, bringing more weight into your legs. Inhale for 2, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, keeping some space around the neck. Inhale for 3, stretching the spine, sending the sit bones up and back. Inhale for 4, and as you exhale, feel everything hug to the midline of the body. And last breath for 5. Look in between your hands, walk or jump to the top. Half lift when you're there and breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, back bend up. Exhale, heart center. And this time we'll take a round of traditional. Inhale, reach up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right leg back, lower the knee down. Exhale, plank pose. Take a breath in here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot steps forward, left knee down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back bend up, reach up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, go up. Exhale, go down. Left leg steps back, lower the knee, lift through the heart. Exhale, plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back bend up, stretch up. Exhale, heart center. Okay, we'll do one more like that. Inhale, back bend up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. One breath, one movement. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back bend up, stretch up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, left leg stretches back, lower the knee. Exhale, step back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back bend up, reach up. Exhale, heart center. Okay, last round we'll take will be sun beat. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down your way. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, peel the heart forward and up, baby cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot steps forward and rise up into warrior one. Exhale, lower the hands, step back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, left foot forward, come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana, down dog, 5 breaths. Inhale for 1, starting to feel and enjoy the heat, starting in the body, the internal furnace being lit. Inhale for 2, resembling a mountain peak with the body. Inhale for 3, legs are strong and engaged and active. Inhale for 4. And last, nice breath in for 5. Look in between your hands, walk or jump to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And Tadasana, mountain pose. And just observe here for a moment. Take a breath. All right, we'll do a little flow and then we'll come into some more stagnant postures. So bringing the hands back to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back. Keep your left hand down and reach the right arm up. 3 breaths here. Inhale for 1, keeping that left thigh nice and strong and lifting. So left hand down, right arm up. Yep. Inhale for 2, stretching from left hand all the way up to the right. And last breath here. And from here, lower that right hand back down, surround your right foot, and then we'll lift the left leg up into a standing split pose. Feel yourself lifting from the inner thigh and the left glute. Perhaps you can shift some weight forward into the ball of that right foot, really lifting up through the right kneecap. Now let's, with control, step that left leg all the way back again. Stay on the ball of your left foot and rise up into a high lunge position. Finding our stability here. Once you feel nice and stable, we're gonna reach the right arm back. Left arm is reaching forward and look as much as you can towards your right thumb. Staying in a twisting position, bring your palms together and hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. If you need to lower your left knee down, by all means, go for it. 3 nice breaths here. Inhaling for 1, pressing the arm in the leg and the leg into the arm, creating some stability. Inhale for 2, breathe into the upper chest. And last breath for 3. Lower the hands down, surround the right foot, step back, plank pose, take a breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Now step the left foot on the inside of the left hand. Keep your right hand down and peel your left arm open. 3 breaths. Inhale for 1, keep lifting that right thigh up and strong. Inhale for 2. Last breath for 3. Lower the left hand down, shift the weight forward, standing split. Right leg reaches up. Keeping the hips nice and square, don't let that right hip open up. 2 more breaths here. Inhale for 1, like you're pressing your feet apart from one another. And last breath here. With control, step that right leg back, stay on the ball of your right foot, and rise into high lunge position. Make sure that right heel isn't sloping down. Try to lift the heel up so it's over the ball of the foot. And then reach your left hand back. Try to look at your left thumb so we're in a nice twist. And from here, palms meet. Right elbow on the outside of your left knee. 3 breaths here. Inhale for 1. As you exhale, feel everything contract to the midline. Inhale for 2, pulling and pushing. And last breath here. Let's lower the hands down, surround your left foot. Step back, plank pose. Take a breath in your plank. And then lower the knees down, child's pose. From child's pose, slide forward, baby cobra, like you're sniffing the mat. Exhale back into child's pose. That can feel really weird sometimes, or really good, that transition. Slide forward, baby cobra. And child's pose. Last one, slide forward, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog this time. Okay, just a little bit more warm up, and then we'll settle down a bit. Let's lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Keeping your right leg up, come into a plank position and hug your right knee towards your right elbow. Try to touch your elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the leg back up. Bend the knee, open up your hip. Try not to let your shoulders move. Keep your shoulders nice and squared and find the rotation from the hips. And straighten that right leg out and release the right leg down into down dog again. Now this time lift your left leg up, really stretching through those left toes from the fingertips to the toes, and then left knee to your left elbow. Hold for 5, squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale, go back up, bend the knee, open up your hip. Now let's step that left foot in between the hands and rise up into warrior 1. In your warrior 1, option to add a little more and have the palms together touching like it's an arrow shooting right from your heart. Try to remove any space in between your palms. And we'll take 5 breaths here. Inhale for 1, really pressing through the outer blade of your right foot, turning on the back calf muscle and even the glute muscle. Inhale for 2, bending deeply into that left knee. Inhale for 3, lifting through the pelvic floor. Inhale for 4. Last breath for 5. Straighten the left leg, interlace the fingers behind your lower back, setting up for humble warrior. The hips feel a little tight. You can walk your left foot out to the left a little bit. Inhale, reach the chest up. Exhale, re-bend into your left knee and come into humble warrior. Keep pressing through that right foot. 3 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Rolling the shoulder blades towards one another. Fist goes up and over. Inhale for 2. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward, so hips stay squared. And last breath for 3. Lower the hands down, surround your left foot. Roll onto the ball of your right foot now. Right hand stays down and come into side plank on your right. Transition any way you have to. So that right hand comes down. Yeah, you're taking a side plank on your right. So that, yep, And the left arm goes up. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling for 1. Last breath for 2. Lower the left hand down. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. This time, stepping right foot forward, rise up, warrior 1. 5 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Really pressing through the outer blade of that left foot, pinky toe side. Inhale for 2. The more you press through that left foot, perhaps the more you bend into your right knee. Inhale for 3. If you added the arms on the other side, then the palms are together and really pressing the palms towards one another, trying to remove any space. Inhale for 4. And last breath for 5. Straighten your front leg. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Bend deeply into that front knee. Remaining with integrity in the hips, so make sure one hip isn't popping back more than the other. 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. Release the hands down. And take your side plank on the left. Transition any way you have to. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Keeping that right hip stacked right over your left. Inhale for 2. Last breath for 3. Lower right hand down. Take your flow or skip it. We'll meet in down dog. From down dog, start to walk your hands to your feet so you end up at the back of your mat. And just take a moment here in your forward fold to have the feet about sit bone distance apart. Then we'll grab a hold of yogi toe lock. So let's wrap the peace fingers around the big toes. And as you inhale, half lift, stretch your spine. Exhale, keep that length as you fold, bending your elbows out to the sides, lifting your shoulders up towards your hips. So you're pulling everything upwards as you pull your body downwards, crown of the head straight down. 4 more breaths. Inhale for 1. Turn on the muscles of the legs, lifting through the kneecaps. Inhale for 2. Think about the sit bones tilting straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale for 3, leaning a bit forward, trusting the stability of your legs. Inhale for 4, pulling and pushing. And last breath for 5. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and bring your hands underneath your feet so that you're stepping on your hands and your toes are touching your wrist crease or as close to your wrist crease as possible. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And imagine you're going to slide your hands forward, like you're going to bend your elbows forward, but you can't because you're stepping on them. 3 more breaths. Inhale for 1. Enjoy that compression of the belly meeting the thighs. Inhale for 2. Soften the neck and the head. And last breath for 3. Okay, we're almost done with these forward folds. Remove your hands out from underneath. Bring your feet together this time, or as close to together as possible. You're going to wrap your hands around the back of your heels and try to step on your hands with your heels, as if your elbows and your forearms are going to touch behind your calves. Take a gentle half lift to stretch the spine. And exhale, keep that length as you fold. 4 breaths. Inhale for 1, straightening the legs as much as comfortable. Inhale for 2, feeling the compression throughout your whole body. Inhale for 3, use the strength of your arms to pull your spine straighter and longer. And last breath here. Release the hands. Use your heart to lead you as you come up with a flat back to stand. All right, once you're here, just take a moment. A lot of compression there in those forward folds. Just take a breath. All right, so we should all still be at the back of the mat. Let's hold the left wrist behind the back with the right hand, and you can take the Yana Mudra with your left hand if you like. Let's take a big step forward with the right leg. Bend into your right knee as you shift the weight into Warrior 3. Capital T shape with the body. Transitioning into standing split, lower the hands down. And keep lifting that leg up towards the ceiling using the glute muscle and the inner thigh muscle. If someone wants to hold the ankle, you can go for it. Maybe one hand to the ankle, maybe both. And from here, let's slowly come to stand and catch your left knee. So you're going to squeeze the left knee in towards your body. Step back into high lunge, left leg goes back. Lower left hand down, and again, side plank on your left. Vashisthasana on the left. If you have any other variations you want to take, like the sole of the right foot coming to the thigh, we're going to step that right leg back and lift the hips up. Any variations in your practice are cool here. 3 more breaths. And start to lower the hands down, step back, plank pose. And walk your hands back to your feet. Leading with the heart, inhale, come all the way up, reach the arms up. And back into mountain pose. Okay, this time hold the right wrist behind your back. Step your left leg forward, bend into your left knee, and transition into warrior three. Heart is leading forward as the back foot is reaching back. Lower the hands down, standing split. If you gave holding your ankle a go on the other side, perhaps you try it on this side. Just remember that leg is still reaching up, energetic. And then we're gonna stand and catch the knee in towards the chest. With control, step back, high lunge. This time, lower your right palm down, keep the left arm up. And transition into side plank on your right. That left foot meets your right leg, and you're on the outer blade of the right foot. If you have any variations here, feel free to take them. Enjoy the last little bit of strengthening here. And back into plank pose, child's pose. Breathe, feel yourself releasing any fatigue, any unease into the mat, into the earth, to be recycled. Feel yourself pulling up energy, life force from the earth into your body, filling you and fueling you. And from here, you'll do whatever you have to do to transition into a Malasana squat, whatever way you want to get there. Adjusting the feet to your comfort. If the toes are angled out and it feels intense, just stay there. No need to change. If not, maybe you can turn your feet totally forward so that the feet are more parallel. If you try that and it hurts your knees, skip it. Okay, now we're going to straighten the left arm out to the left so it's still in front of the shin, and then reach the right arm up. Either staying here like you're stretching the arms in opposite directions as your arm presses into your leg and your leg into your arm, or you can take a half bind with the right arm behind the back, or a full bind with the left arm threading in front of the left shin. Perhaps you interlace fingers behind the back. And let's break the pose, coming into the opposite side. Right arm out to the right, take your time. Left arm either up or any variation you took on the other side. Opening through the chest here, rolling left shoulder back. And then we'll come back to center. Let's reach the arms forward. Maybe this is option one, and then you sit right back down, or you use your hands to sit back down. Whatever you gotta do, it's cool with me. And once you're seated, let's just shake the legs out a little bit. All right, keeping the legs nice and straight. Let's have the hands alongside the hips. We're gonna come into Dandasana pose. So don't have them too far back. Have your hands so that your wrists line up underneath your shoulders. Flex your feet so much that the heels are hovering over the ground. Lift through your chest. Have the sacrum and the pelvis neutral. You're not trying to scoop the tailbone forward or lift the butt up. All we're gonna do is push straight down, drilling through the center of the palms. Thinking of pressing the shoulders down and away from the ears, but still flexing through the feet so the heels are hovering. 4 more breaths here. One more breath. And then release. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Grab either the outsides of your calves, ankles, or feet. As you inhale, stretch the heart forward and think of sending the sit bones back and down. Exhale, fold into yourself, hugging the elbows in like you're going to squeeze your calves and as if your forearms are going to touch the ground. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. It's okay. Keep the feet flexed and active. 5 breaths. Inhale for 1. Find that connection of your lower belly touching your thighs. And if you don't have that, just bend your knees until you do. Inhale for 2. Keep feeling sit bones reaching back, heart reaching forward. Inhale for 4. Soften the shoulders away from the ears to create more length in the spine. And last breath here. Slowly come back up. Step your feet flat on the ground. Bring the hands behind your back and send the hips forward and up for reverse tabletop. 3 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Grounding down through center of the palms and all the corners of the feet. Inhale for 2. Last breath for 3. Lower the seat back down. Now we'll keep the left leg straight and bring the right foot into your inner left thigh. Okay, and then from here, we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Arms can go wherever comfortable. Just keep your left foot flexed and active. And your spine long and lengthening for 5 breaths. Inhale for 1. Feel that sit right hip moving down and back. Inhale for 3. If you want a little extra tension, think of pressing your left thigh and your right foot towards one another. Inhale for 4. Shoulders soften away from the ears. And last breath here for 5. Inhale, lift up. So we're going to keep the foot and thigh connection. Just guide the left leg out to the left a little bit more. And we're going to take a side bend over to the left this time. So you can just keep your hand on your leg and then reach over. Or if there's any other variations you want to take, feel free to take. And going nice and slow, just slowly opening up those right ribs like an accordion. Grounding right hip down. 3 more breaths. And last breath. Slowly guide yourself back to center. And we'll switch legs. So just start with both legs straight out in front of you. Right leg stays. Left foot comes into inner thigh or as far down or up as you need it. And we'll inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold over the body, holding the outer blade of either the leg, the ankle, or the foot. And we'll take 5 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Let that left hip move down and back. Inhale for 2. Right leg stays engaged, and be mindful that the right toes don't angle out to the right too much. Inhale for 3, and if you're holding the foot, pull the foot towards you as you push the foot into your hands. Inhale for 4. And last breath for 5. Inhale slowly, rise back up. Beautiful. And just let your right leg move out to the right some more. And just keep that foot connecting to the inner thigh. Doesn't have to if it's too much. And let's side bend over to the right side. Any variation, whatever feels natural and right to you. We'll take 4 breaths here. Inhaling for 1. Stretching those left ribs, inflating and breathing into the left rib. Inhale for 2. Like your left hip and your left fingertips are being pulled in opposite directions. Inhale for 3. Last breath for 4. Inhale, bring it all the way up. All right, let's straighten the legs out in front of us. This time, bend your right knee, right hand behind your lower back. Inhale, left arm comes up. And exhale, twist to your right. Any variation. You can either hug the shin or you can hook the elbow on the outside, up to you. We'll take 5 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Think about your spine being nice and straight from the crown of the head to the tailbone, 1 line. Inhale for 2. And as you exhale, feel everything contract to the midline, perhaps twisting a little deeper. Inhale for 3. Keep flexing through that left foot, whole body engaged. Inhale for 4. And last breath for 5. Slowly come back to center. And we'll switch sides with ease. Right leg stays straight. Left knee bends in. Left hand behind lower back. Inhale, stretch right arm up. Exhale, twist to your left. 5 breaths, any variation. Inhale for 1. Right leg still engaged and strong. Inhale for 2. Gently pull the right hip back and twist from your upper heart, upper spine. Inhale for 3. Straight spine, crown of the head and tailbone aligned. Inhale for 4. As you exhale, that emptiness allows for deeper twisting. And last breath for 5. Inhale, come back to center. All right, let's bring the soles of the feet together. And you'll have 3 options. You can either roll around in circles if that feels good, in one way then the other. You can round your back as you fold, or you can fold with a flat back. Up to you. We'll take 5 breaths doing that. And if you rolled in one way, go the other way. And we'll start to come back into a flat spine. Okay, let's close the knees. Swing the legs back and come onto your belly to lie down. Okay, once you're on your belly lying down, you could just cross your forearms and make a little pillow for your head and relax for a moment there. So just being flat on your belly alone starts to maybe feel a little tense in the lower back, or you feel a little gentle back bend. So just breathe into that. Okay, once we're lying down on our bellies, let's start to bring the hands out into a T. So the arms are stretched out side to side. Legs are together. If having the legs together hurts your lower back, just keep them hip distance apart. And as we inhale, let's lift everything up like an airplane. 5 breaths. Inhale for 1. Your feet are reaching back and up as your heart reaches forward and up. Inhale for 2. Use your back muscles to help you here. Inhale for 3. Maybe the head goes back. Inhale for 4. Hugging inner thighs. And last breath for 5. Exhale, lower down and relax. You can lower whatever cheek feels comfortable for you. Okay, this time let's interlace the fingers behind the lower back, making a fist. Once you have that fist behind your back, again, you can keep the legs together. If you have back injuries, just keep them hip distance apart, the feet. And inhale, lift everything up. 5 breaths. Inhale for 1. Use that fist to reach back and up. Roll your shoulder blades towards one another. Inhale for 2. Keep the core engaged and strong. Inhale for 3. Feet are reaching back and up like you're being pulled in opposite directions. Inhale for 4. Last breath, come up a little higher. Exhale, relax. So back bends can sometimes bring about a lot of tension, a lot of discomfort, but we realize that it's temporary. All things are temporary. Discomfort, the pain, and so is the pleasure and the happiness sometimes. Okay, let's bend the knees and grab a hold of the ankles for bow pose. Try to have your thumbs still touching the pointer fingers, so all the fingers are still touching. Start with your forehead down. And inhale, lift everything up. 5 breaths. Inhale for 1. Keep hugging inner thighs towards one another. Inhale for 2. Imagine you can see your feet over your head. Inhale for 3. Pulling and pushing. Inhale for 4. Keep sending the toes up. Inhale, last breath. Exhale, lower down and relax. Okay, take your time to roll over onto your back. Once you're on your back, you'll have 2 options. You can do a reverse tabletop or a reverse bridge pose, where your feet are flat, your hands are alongside your body, and you lift the hips up. You can either just keep it here, or if you can grab your ankles, you hold the ankles and come up. Or if you have wheel in your practice, you can take wheel instead. Okay, so when you're ready, let's set up. And as you inhale, lift the hips up into your variation. 5 breaths here. Inhaling for 1, really press down through the balls of the feet, like you're gonna push your feet forward. Inhale for 2, open your heart. Inhale for 3, keep lifting through the hips. Inhale for 4, last breath for 5. And slowly lower down. Don't hug the knees in or anything, just observe. And then let's all have the feet flat on the ground. So we'll bend the knees if they're not already there. And just widen your feet to the edges of your mat so your feet are pretty wide apart. And just let your knees rock side to side, nice and gently moving with your breath. And when the knees land on your right side, just let them stay there. If this is painful, you can stick something under your right leg, like a blanket or a block. If you want to go further, so nothing else changes, all that's going to happen is the right foot can go on top of your left knee. And if you hooked the right foot, unhook it. And let your knees go over to the left this time. If you like the variation of the left foot hooking over the right knee, you can take that here. Unhook the foot if it's hooked, and let's bring the knees back up to neutral. So your feet are still wide, just let your knees come together now. So you have like a triangle shape with your legs. Then you'll cross one arm over the other and give yourself a big hug with your arms. Try to really crawl those fingertips back towards your shoulder blades and just enjoy the hugging of the heart, the pressure of the arms. Inhale, open the arms. And as you exhale, switch the crossing, so the opposite elbow is on top. And then we'll open the arms and hug the knees into the chest this time. You can either try to cross as much as you can. Maybe you can even hold forearms or elbows above the shins. If this feels comfortable, stay here. And every exhale, you squeeze a little tighter. That's for the digestive system and colon. Or you can take a happy baby pose instead, whatever you prefer. And we'll come into our last few postures here. So let's bring the feet back onto the ground. Have your arms alongside the body, so the palms are flat on the floor. Straighten the legs straight up towards the ceiling and come into your shoulder stand. Focus on your third eye. Stretch from shoulders to toes. So when we're in shoulder stand, we allow our organs to be in their optimal position because we don't have the push of gravity pushing them down. So many benefits here. Take one more breath in your shoulder stand. And transition into plow pose. The feet travel overhead. Maybe they touch the floor, maybe they don't. We'll do 3 breaths with the legs straight first. Now we can bend the knees so that they fall towards the outsides of the ears for 3 more breaths here. If this is very comfortable, you can hold the back of your knees. Releasing the palms onto the ground to help the body slowly come down. So using your hands as brakes. And once you're flat, just stay there for a moment. Notice the after effects. Transitioning into, wow, just forgot the name of it. So I'll just guide you into it because I forgot the name of the pose. Your hands are flat alongside your body, and we'll start to scooch the arms underneath the body. So you're rolling your shoulders under your back, rolling your arms under your back. You were muted for a second. Tell me one more time, Gail. Oh, it won't let me unmute you now.
Fish pose.
Fish pose. Oh gosh, I've said fish pose a million times in my life, but I just forgot it. Thank you, Gail. So we're coming into fish pose. Arms are tucked under, legs are straightened together, and let's lift the chest up. Crown of the head comes onto the ground. You can breathe normally here into your throat, or if you want to take breath of fire, we will pump and go in and out nice and quick. And begin. $15 more seconds here. And slowly release, flat on your back. Coming into Savasana. So if there's any last posture you'd like to take before Savasana, Feel free to take that if you want to put any layers on or grab anything that helps you feel more comfortable. Feel free to do that. We'll do some yoga nidra now. Won't be too in depth because we don't have too much time. But during the yoga nidra practice, just be mindful that you're not using your physical body to help you feel the cues that I say. Just allow the intelligence of your awareness to do all the work here. And now that I'm not talking, I need my sweater too. So we give the body so much information during our asana class, twisting it this way, inverting it this way. So allowing the body to absorb and soak up all the benefits and anything that didn't serve us, allowing that to just release. Let's all take a big breath in, and as you exhale, sigh it out. Feel all the pores that run along your body, and imagine they have little nostrils. And let's take a big breath in through all of the nostrils, all of the pores of the body completely inflating. And exhale through all the pores of the body, completely releasing. Feel all the large muscles of the body completely relaxing. The thighs, the large muscles of the back, relaxing the right toes, sole of right foot, top of right foot, right heel, center of right ankle, lower right leg, center of right knee, upper right leg, center of right hip. The whole right leg is completely relaxed, completely at ease. Left toes, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left heel, center of left ankle, lower left leg, center of left knee, upper left leg, center of left hip, the whole left leg relaxed. Inhaling through the toes up to the hips. Exhaling down the legs and out through the toes. Both legs resting. All the sexual organs completely relaxed. Lower abdomen unclenched. Lower back unclenched. Middle abdomen, soft and relaxed. Middle back, soft and relaxed. Upper back, wide and relaxed. Upper chest, wide and relaxed. The entire torso effortlessly expands out in all directions as you breathe in. And effortlessly contracts to center as you breathe out. Right fingers, right palm, center of right wrist, lower right arm, center of right elbow, upper right arm, center of right shoulder, the whole right arm, relax. Left fingertips, left palm, center of left wrist, lower left arm, center of left elbow, upper left arm, center of left shoulder, the whole left arm. Inhale through the fingertips up to your shoulders. Exhale down the arms, out through your fingertips. Both arms relaxed, resting loose. The whole body dead blank. Soften the throat and the neck. Unclench the jaw. Allow the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Feel the coolness of your inhales through the nostrils and the warmth of the exhales through the nostrils. The weight of the eyes fall heavy to the back of the head. Eyebrows smooth. Lots of space in between the eyebrows. Forehead unwrinkled. Listen through your right ear. Left ear. Both ears. The whole body resting, unconcerned, unbothered. The eye of the storm. Enjoy stillness. Enjoy non-action. Enjoy simply being. Taking the seat of the observer. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Every inhale reminding us of life. Every exhale reminding us of the impermanence of every moment, of every thought, of every experience. And slowly these breaths start to bring awakening energy down the limbs, wiggling the toes and the fingers, nodding the head side to side, perhaps taking a nice stretch, reaching the arms overhead, pointing through the toes. When you're ready, rolling off to whatever side feels best into our fetal posture. Just taking a moment here before we reintroduce ourselves into the remainder of our day. If you've ever seen a child in a store, especially your parents, probably seen this many times, cry for something that we think makes no sense, or cry for something that we know they probably shouldn't be crying for. But regardless if we understand that they're crying for no reason, to them it's very real. So if they had a deeper awareness of the situation, then it might make it a little easier for them to get over it. So it's the same concept with the concept of impermanence. By knowing this truth, that everything is temporary, it's not going to make everything better, but just having that awareness can make things a little easier. It can bring hope, it can bring faith, it can bring unattachment, and it can also bring appreciation and gratitude. So just take a few more breaths in your child's pose. Sorry, not your child's pose, in your fetal pose, knowing that this moment is also temporary. So really enjoy it, really breathe into it, really appreciate it. When you're ready, carrying any state of ease, of relaxation with you as you come up into a comfortable seat and find some stillness when you're here with a long, tall spine. Once you're up, if you can, just keeping the eyes closed so that the awareness stays within for another moment. And just knowing that you always have this ability, this inherent privilege and opportunity to retreat into the heart space, to dwell into your inner stillness, to tap out of the external and tap into the internal world, the deepest layers of the self. And that is a gift that no one can take from you. Bring our hands to heart center and we'll seal class with the peace mantra, Loka Samasta. I'm just gonna unmute some mics so we can say it collectively if your mic allows me to. We'll chant the peace mantra and then 3 ohms collectively. Let's all take a big breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om. Shanti.
Shanti.
You acquire a strong desire for liberation through the yoga practice. Thank you guys for joining me. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was such a pleasure teaching
Thank you.
virtual land.
Have
Enjoy
a good day.
Hey, everyone. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Marley.
Night.